Okay, hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out No Man's Sky, running on PlayStation 5 VR2. Boy, it's such a pain in the ass to do, to do all this stuff, seriously. Can I not select options? Do you have no options? Okay. Spell the camera controls. Open type teleport. Smooth. World relative. Turn on smooth. Headset feedback. I'm actually I'm not really that fond of headset feedback. Well, getting the headset just right, kind of in that sweet spot. Yeah, it can be challenging sometimes. Unfortunately, the head moves, you know, so I mean, not always able to control all that. Normal, relaxed, creative. We'll do relaxed. Yeah, I wish the output, the secondary output, was closer to what I see. I don't know why they can't do that, and why they gave you the jittery off-center version for a secondary output. But, you know, I'm sure there's a technical reason. I think they call it laziness or something, I don't know. Okay. I'm a normal-sized human, so... Reach over your shoulder, then press R1 to pick up your multi-tool. See, environmental status hostile. Hazard protection failing. Recommend scan to locate survival resources. Use multi-tool to find sodium. Recharge toxic protection with sodium. Sodium is located with the scanner. Point at it with your multi-tool. Yeah, the text is kind of funky. Scanner is a personal surface radar device. It releases a high energy pulse that reveals any critical survival resources. Get that thing in there. Gather fertile dust. Okay. Carbon. One. I don't know why I can't look up. My right stick does not actually allow me to look up. So I'm just going to stare at the ground while I walk. I guess that's a thing. Yeah, your y-axis is completely locked. Let's see, repair scanner damage. Exosuit installation, repair scanner. Point at your left hand to access menus. Okay. God, I hate these motion controls. I really hate them. Pointing at my left hand. Dunk. Yeah, scanner critically damaged, thank you. And why is the icon way up there? I wonder if I absolutely have to use the motion controllers, because this is not helpful in any way to use these motion controllers. Point at left hand. Here's my left hand. Yeah, pointing. Wow, talking about inconvenient. Select repair.
Toxic protection falling. Component repaired. Technology repaired.
Scan to locate. Show shoulder and press R1. Pick up your multi-tool. Okay, starting with the scanner. Point at the rear of your tool with your left hand. I think what bothers me is you have to hold your hand out for quite a while, and you may be looking at your menu for a while, which is not comfortable in any capacity. Is this comfortable? Like, in an effort to try to make it more immersive, they actually just made it super annoying. Okay, so dealing with the scanner tool, point at the rear of your multi-tool with your left hand. Okay. Harvest sodium from small yellow plants. Yeah, the menus are kind of like in the ground too. You see this? Oh, maybe you don't see this. But yeah, the menu, this health selection, is actually in the ground. So I have to kind of pull out of here. Yeah, where's the... Yeah, sodium scanner.
Toxic damage detected.
Okay, how do I actually mine this? Boy, this is the opposite of helpful. Recharge hazard protection. Alright, let me get someplace where my menu isn't in the ground. Recharge quick menu. Point at your left hand.
Damage detected. Technology recharge.
Oh, excuse me.
Starship signal detected.
Yeah, hold on. Need some tea. Ugh. Yeah, I think the HUD is way too high. It should be closer to your center field of vision, center field of view. Use scanner L3 to highlight resources. Apparently that didn't do jack shit.
Toxic protection. Falling.
I gotta say, this is like a little blurry. I'm kind of surprised that it's not a really clear signal like other PlayStation VR games. I mean, of course, I like the VR effect. I mean, that's why we're here. But I think they need to do something about the way they interlace the signal or something? I don't know. It just seems like something's a little off. And I think I just need to play this with regular controls if it lets me. I don't know if it lets you in VR mode. Some games restrict you, like Resident Evil 8 won't even let you use the regular controller. And I think this game would probably benefit by just having a regular controller. I mean, this idea of using the menus and pointing at your hand, I mean, it's super dumb. That, and I don't find it's like a super clear experience, so. Okay, reaching the mark signal. Let's see, snarring iteration, boundary separation failure likely. Vessel 16 emptied, cause Sentinel invasion, deliberate transfer. Fresh iteration generated, anomaly containment prepared. Broadcast received, traveler anomaly detected. Anomaly is compliant, positions logged. System integrity scan initialized. Okay, that all meant nothing to me. Alrighty, viscous fluids. Is the lighter on or off? Okay, it's on. Why is my thing addicted to pointing at the light? Stop it. I have other stuff to point at. I think the idea of not having a cursor, you know, for the additional immersion, like it's a good idea theoretically, but here I'm like, I desperately need a cursor in order to be able to select something. Hold R1 near the ship. Atlas connection, intermittent, launch thrusters offline, pulse engine offline. I find myself alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of it before. Okay, space moron. But this ship at least seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. Not dead yet, and this is a lifeline out to the stars. Unavailable. Substituting data. Exosuit. Connected. Suggestion pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Repair ship systems. Self-guided repair protocols initiated. Pulse engine. This technology is critically damaged. You need hermetic seal and metal plating. Launch thruster critically damaged. Hold L1 and R1 and grab a cockpit handle. Repair ship engines, repair metal plating. Okay, craft metal plating to repair the pulse engine. Use the pointer to access your inventory. Press RD to craft empty. What is this? Craft metal plating.
Prepared.
Board the ship, consult. Starship critically damaged. Vital ingredients missing. Unable to synthesize required components. Pulse engine requires hermetic seal. Division reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distress beacon cache. Okay. Search for distress beacon. I like how these, like it doesn't give you like helpful texts on what these are. You just gotta click on it. Appear inside the beacon's housing, as well as its distress beacon unit. It contains a planetary chart. The planetary chart recovered. Open the inventory and view the data. Highlight the chart. And use X to plot a route. Alright. Inventory. Chart. Awkwardly point at it. Let's try that. Inventory. Plot.
Data received.
Which are my coordinates?
Toxic protection falling. Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Seek shelter in caves. Charger has protecting suit with sodium.
Technology recharge.
Seek shelter, huh? Where's the shelter? Is this shelter?
Toxic protection falling. Technology recharge. Weather update. Storm clearing. Toxic protection. Falling.
Okay, no fuel available. Okay, gotcha. Accessing archive, 67 logs corrupted. Making this recording in case. See, the menu is actually inside this object. Oh man, they really got to work on this. Leaving behind in the fabricator might be of some use. Visor damaged. Can't find ship. Log finishes and machine worse than life, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal. I need to repair my ship. Whoever was that led me here, whoever left this message, perhaps they found themselves in the same situation as I do now. Really, with weird menus and awkward controls? I feel sorry for them. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Use your left hand beside your head and press L1 to toggle. Analysis visor. Analysis visor is a planetary exploration device that locates and highlights nearby points of interest. It can also be used to analyze flora, fauna, and minerals. Analysis results in commercially valuable data as well as revealing additional resources. Required parts: carbon nanotubes. The inventory, and then use analysis visor.
Technology installed.
Install technology. Did it do it? No. See, craft carbon nanotubes. Unable to locate starship signal. Okay. Craft nanotubes. Okay, finalize installation. Use the menu to access multi-tool inventory. Come on, you can do it.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Let's see, raise your left hand beside your head and press L1 to toggle. Okay. Okay. Oh, hey, I can use the right stick to move around. In this mode only.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
Okay, is this all it wants me to do? Just to walk really slowly and scan stuff? I'm gonna get out of this mode.
Units received.
Starship. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Target ours, press R2, press L1 to exit. That doesn't work. God, this just needs a regular controller. It's just so broken. Okay, that's L1. Unless I'm mistaken. Exit. Scan mode. Can I switch my... I can't even get out of this. God, this is a fucking disaster. Okay, I wonder if it'll let me use a controller. Or if I have to use these. Because these motion controls are fucking useless. Looks like that's a no. Not allowed to use it. No, you won't let me use my controller at all. Yeah, 'cause I just don't think these controls are good. I mean, they're really limiting my enjoyment of this game. Trying to figure out, you know, how you incorporate the motion and which button to push. I don't know why there's not as many buttons. or you know, the split layout is, you know, kind of super weird. And I don't know why there's an insistence on using motions for things where buttons could and probably are more appropriate. I just had to quit out just to get out of that analysis mode because it just wouldn't let me get out of there. Which is easy enough, you know. I just need to hit circle to get out of there if I was using a regular controller. But no, I have to maybe hit L1, maybe it'll work. I also think the HUD elements, the top HUD elements, are too high up. Like I really need to, like I shouldn't have to look up to see them. In my opinion, I should have them, you know, be sort of centrally focused. I think part of the problem with VR is, you know, if you're forced to look around too much, that can really kind of throw you off. And, you know, things like this, like forward momentum or looking left and right, you know, those can be disorienting too, since your body's not actually moving and your sight perception is, you know, telling your brain you're moving. That's normal, and if you feel like a little funny after a while, you know, and you don't normally feel funny if you're playing like a 2D game, a 2D, 3D game, then, you know, like I said, that's normal. Certainly nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, I do need to take a break every once in a while when I'm playing VR. Whereas, you know, I basically have never really experienced motion sickness in a 2D, 3D game. You know, where I've had some friends, you know, say they have some motion sickness on some games, and I'm just like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, and the only way to look up is to actually physically move your head. I mean, I don't really agree with this. Oh, why is my ship just in the air? Repair the pulse engine. Okay. Yeah, you see how jittery my motion is? I mean, my hand is usually pretty still, so this is super, it's super awkward. Launch. Thruster critically damaged. I don't know, it seems like launching fine over there. Just floating in the middle of the air. Use R2 to craft. Inventory slots. Okay. thrusters. Check the portable refinery. Gather oxygen. Show your shoulder and press R1 to pick up your tool. Scan to locate oxygen. Okay, deploy portable. Build. Yes. Point at the build menu and press R2. Use R2 to select parts. Yeah, point at the world and press R2. Use R1 to activate the deployment refiner.
Technology recharge.
Transfer required. Pure ferrite. Place ferrite dust in the portable refiner. Collect pure ferrite. Okay. Repair the launch thruster.
Component prepared. Technology prepared.
Ship repair launch systems online. How do I even get up there? Pick up the portable refiner. All systems functional. Return to your ship. Uh-huh. I want to grip the throttle. Push the throttle forward. Adjust the flight stick. Why am I using this motion control for this? I could just use the R sticks for this. Don't actually need to like grip this thing. This is like really silly. Test boost with L2. Square to test pulse engine? Which one's square? Point your left hand at the quick menu and select Starship Communicator. Going transmission. Please identify yourself. Gzzz. You are not Gzzz alone. Follow the Gzzz. Broadcast ends as strangely as it began. The final piece of the signal appears to be a set of planetary coordinates. Import coordinate data.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Follow the coordinates and find the signal source. Pilot towards coordinate marker and engage the pulse drive with square. Pulse drive will autopilot. How does it want me to find this stuff? Is that where I'm going? Getting docking. Hi. Find the signal source. That's funny. The signal source is exactly in the same place that I left. That's the thing that's hilarious to me. Find the signal source. It was from the planet that I just left. And these motion controls, instead of using like a control stick to move the ship around, I mean, they're a little delayed. Like, you have to make kind of bigger movements. Again, it reminds me very much of a Wii. Too high. Activate target sweep analyzer. Is indicated on the signal source. This target sweep will pinpoint the broadcast.
Toxic protection falling.
Sparking wires of the machine generate a signal. Tapping on its broadcast into the void. Whoever left the message is long gone. coding. No fuel in blank. Failed to reach station. Hazard protection low. No choice but to blank underground. Deploy base computer. As well as the log entry, the signal contains plans for a base computer and a terrain manipulator. With any luck, the base computer will hold more information about whoever is leaving these messages. Let's see, base computer. Portable land registration service. When placed, contacts Universal or Cartographic Archive to establish ownership of land. Successful registration allows the construction of base modules across any site of the user's choosing. Okay, I need stuff, of course. Mine copper. Okay, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching No Man's Sky. We're playing on the PlayStation 5 PSVR2. And I gotta say that these motion controls, they completely suck. I mean, there's no nice way to say it. Using the regular control method with the controller is much more intuitive. And that's kind of saying something, because it's not particularly intuitive, really, to play it with a regular controller. All these different motions that you have to do, I'm not a fan of. Again, I sort of look at this as like the Wii on steroids, right? You've got the nice visor technology, which is here, but then you've got just dog shit controls with motions like this, and then you hit this button, it doesn't work, and you move this over here, and that doesn't work, and then you're pointing at this, and this cursor's here, and then that's too sensitive and too shaky. I would prefer to play this with the controller and the headset versus forcing me to use the motion controls in order to enjoy the headset. I think this is not a great decision. I don't know if they'll ever patch this to work with a regular controller. I don't know what the demand is. Maybe I'm, the only one that really thinks this way. But regardless, I'd say that as far as like the quality of the VR, I mean, it's pretty immersive as far as like the depth perception. I think that's good. It is a little blurry, certainly blurrier than the images in other VR games. In fact, I'm a little surprised that it's not very crisp. Even though you get the more advanced headset with better resolution and better better frame rates and a faster refresh, it seems like some form of aliasing or whatever they're using to process the image is really hurting the VR. Again, I hope at some point in time they decide to look at it. It's still a better experience than VR1, really just because the headset is better. You don't get that nasty screen door. The resolution is much higher. Although it is still kind of blurry, certainly more blurry than if you're playing it in 2D. Yeah, I mean, they made a lot of strides, obviously, in No Man's Sky from the initial launch when we first played it, many years ago. Yeah, I think the VR, I think it still needs a little work. Certainly not the most impressive VR that we have. In fact, the other VR experiences that I've shown on the channel so far are arguably better looking experiences. I mean, even Thumper manages to look better than this game, which is like super sad. And Thumper is not a game that has like a lot of high technology driving through it. Yeah, I mean, I still want to play more of this game. I just don't want to play it with motion controls. I don't know if we'll come back to this or not until the controller is patched. And if they never patch it, then I guess we'll never come back to this game. Oh well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.